Hey, it's Mr. Beatty. So let's continue our look at subtraction. So yesterday we talked about 2-digit by 2-digit subtraction with regrouping. So if we do a problem like 32 minus 24, So what's the first question we ask ourselves, guys? The first question we ask ourselves, starting on this side, is the top number bigger, is the bottom number bigger than the top number? And the answer is yes. 4 is bigger than 2. So what do we need to do? For this 2, we need to go next door to our neighbor, 3. We need to say, 3, can we borrow 1? Can we borrow 1 cup of sugar? And 3 says, yes, 2, you may borrow 1 cup of sugar. So that 1 cup of sugar goes right here. And now, instead of having 3 cups of sugar, 3 only has 2 cups of sugar. So now we're ready to subtract. So 12 minus 4 is 8. And 2 minus 2 is 0. So our answer is 8. And in terms of place value, what does that mean, guys? So this would be the tens place. So how many tens would we have? Right, we would have 0 tens, and this, of course, is the ones place, and we would have 8 ones. So to get you started for today, let's have you do one. 74 minus 36. All right, let's see what you can do. 74 minus 36. All right, so what did you get? Okay, so you started on the wrong side. So if we start on this side, 7 minus 3 is 4. And we can't do 4 minus 6. So that messes us all up. So that's why I always say start on this side. So we ask ourselves, starting on this side, is the bottom number bigger than the top? And the answer is yes. 6 is bigger than 4. So the 4 needs to go next door and ask the 7, 7, can I borrow a cup of sugar? And 7 says, yes, 4, you may borrow 1 cup of sugar. So the 7 gives 4 1 cup of sugar. The 1 cup of sugar goes right there. So now, instead of 7 cups of sugar, he has 6 cups of sugar. So now we're ready to subtract. So 14 minus 6 is 8. And 6 minus 3 is 3. So what we come up with is 38. Now, let's take it a step further. Even though we're not going to start regrouping 2 digits yet. We'll do that later this week. So let's go 437 minus 342. So if we start here, we ask ourselves, is the bottom number bigger than the top? And the answer in this case is no. So we just subtract as normal. 7 minus 2 is 5. Now, we move to the tens place. Is the bottom number bigger than the top? And in this case, the answer is yes. So we're going to go next door. We walk next door. We knock on the door. 4, can I borrow a cup of sugar? The 4 says yes. And the cup of sugar that you borrow goes right here. And instead of having 4 cups, now we only have 3 cups. Now we're ready to subtract. 13 minus 4 is 9. And 3 minus 3 is 0. So our answer is 95. So let's do one more to make sure that we've got it. And then I want you to try. So 652 minus 434. So we start on this side. Make a line down if you need to. Is the bottom number bigger than the top? And the answer is yes. So we go next door to our 5. We say, 5, can I borrow a cup of sugar? 5 says yes. The cup of sugar that we borrow goes right here. Now the 5, instead of having 5 cups of sugar, only has 4. Now we're ready to subtract. 12 minus 4 is 8. 4 minus 3 is 1. And then 6 minus 4 is 2. So our answer is 218. Now, you try one. 374 minus 291. Good question. So, do we regroup here or here? Well, it all depends. So, you're going to ask yourself in both places, is the bottom number bigger than top? In the ones place, is the bottom number bigger than the top? No. So, we can just subtract regularly. And 4 minus 1 is 3. Now, in the tens place, is the bottom number bigger than the top? And this answer is yes. So, what are we going to do? We're going to go next door and ask for a cup of sugar. So, what do we say? 3, can I have a cup of sugar? And 3 says, why, yes, 7, you may have 1 cup of sugar. So 3 sends its cup of sugar right here, and the 3 now has 2 cups of sugar. So 17 minus 9 is 8, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So our answer is 83. So, just a thinking question. leave you with a thinking problem. So 572 minus 776. Can we do this? Yes. Okay. So tell me, first of all, here, is the bottom number bigger than the top? And the answer is yes. So we go next door to the 7 and say, 7, can I borrow a cup of sugar? And 7 says yes. So the cup of sugar that we borrow goes right here, and the 7 becomes a 6. So 12 minus 6 is 6. Now, the bottom number is bigger than the top number again, so we have to go next door and borrow 1 from the 5. So the 5 gives a 1 over here, and the 5 becomes a 4. 16 minus 7 is 9. Now, here's the problem. Is the bottom number bigger than the top here? And the answer is yes. So, but we can't go next door to anything because there's nothing here. So there's nothing to give us a cup of sugar. We can't ask anybody for one. So no, we can't do this problem. So I'm going to leave you with one problem just to think about. 242 minus 70. So, nobody tell me the answer. Write it down on your paper. Then put it in your folder and we'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, thanks class. Go get on Freckle. I will see you next time.